Welcome back, PlayBASIC coders. Documentation mode. Let's have a look at the docs. Build. At first it skims the folders, etc., finding the documents, and then, do those. Just bringing some of these tutorials across. Reformatting them a bit. Just so they'll fit into the documentation context. Got a few things like there was list controls that were missing. It was just really a simple pre-process, but it does make life easier. Let's build it. Down the bottom, hit build, thanks, build all. So it runs through. It probably, look, in that case there, it doesn't need to build a list of the commands and command lists. It has already done that. Initially, when it's a cold load, it has to load the document into the cache and then render it out and then save the thing out. So this is the slowest time the builder is working. It takes a while. It takes about a minute 30 generally to build everything. We've got a few extra parts now that have been added since the last update that were maybes at the time that are now actually part of the documentation. Some other things have been changed too, like how videos are handled. We're building the command set indexes. We're building something else at the moment. The last part there was the search indexes. Looks like nothing, right? Close it out. Close this down. Bring up PlayBASIC. Go back to open the help index. I've got this annoying styling issue with our search bar at the bottom. Introduction, command sets. I probably will break this across into two different parts, but for now, okay, whatever. Library is the same problem, same thing. Tutorials have been fleshed out a bit more. I don't love the subheadings and this stuff at the moment, but there's something there. Graphics and stuff, camera basics, main gain loop, game state machines, understanding motion, drawing primitives, ball movement example. So most of that stuff has been dragged in from the forums and cleaned up into the way the documentation likes it, which is almost the same as the forum post. That's why they work the same way. Here's the new thing, search. So there's a live search. This is running local, and it doesn't have a document search. It's doing a search of the titles. So that's a limitation of the implementation there. So, but as long as you can kind of get close to what you are looking for. Sprite collision. I don't know. What else do you want to know? Maps or something like that. Try 2D. Anything in there for 2D? No, not many. I was thinking about this since it was implemented. Really, it's just doing whatever I type here. Search for this. It's doing a comparison of this text against the titles that have been pre-calculated. Now, clearly, what we should do really is what I did for the forum scraper a few months ago, actually at the start of the year, is it would break the words down, and then so any document that has search in it, in the title or the keywords list, I would put it in, or for or this or whatever. I think that's a better approach, but for now, this will have to do. We can dress it up later on. The one thing I did notice about this is that if I use the built-in search now, just search for sprites, I'll see if this works. I probably should have typed something that I know exists. Yeah, we get nothing there. Okay, what about create sprite? Now, we should get a hit for create sprite, given that's a command name. Now, for some reason, the built-in search for the documentation is not working with the new docs. Isn't that typical? And the styling thing here is annoying too. I spent almost a day trying to get this to work, for it to match between the embedded view and the HTML view. So some things that have been included, I'll show you. So if there are internal links in pages that link outside of the real world, outside of the documentation here, like here, this, in the old version, this would have taken you to a link that would have crashed this view, which is not what you want, clearly. So now it just goes, hey, grab a copy of this and paste that into your... there's no way of making it escape here and open up your browser. It's just, it can't be done. Things like videos are included in here. You can't see them because they are invisible in this mode. If you load the files, help files up in the HTML form, you would be able to see them. And I'll do that now. Okay, so here's the HTML edition of the same documentation. It's all the same stuff. We haven't changed anything. There's nothing running. We don't need PHP to do anything, so it's all JavaScript. There's very minimal JavaScript in this. There's only a handful of things that are actually done like this. Go back to our link, wherever that was. Open PlayBASIC forums, and we go straight there. The other thing too was about videos, wasn't it? So, getting started. I think in the maps, it was one of the maps tutorial, wasn't it? Looks pretty much the same. Oh, that's been fixed. If you're viewing this through the browser, you can't open these clearly. So this is probably a situation where it should do the opposite. It should go, you can't load that from here. And that's actually what happens on the web version of these pages. This is not the web version, this is just the updated HTML. Images. Just trying to think. What I would like to be able to do is actually exclude this and put the video in, so we didn't have to do any of the tampering with the HTML from the website view. So the docs could just be generated, uploaded to the site, and that's it. That would be great. That is such a long document. Probably should break that up at some point. Object management. I know that that Maps one does have videos in it. For some reason they're not displaying. Another issue. Always fun, isn't it? just check if they're just not displaying through here. Is it backwards for some reason or not? Tutorials, animation, maps. Well, it should be at the bottom here, but nope, certainly isn't. So, isn't that lovely? I think going forward, what we'll do is we'll bundle up a version with whatever the state of this is, the help files. With the current compiler, etc. Build them as a release candidate. Let people test them for a week or so. Collate their responses and then address those things, and then that will probably be it. Hopefully. Can't guarantee that, but hopefully that will be it. Yeah, I'm really not sure why they're in the wrong spot, those things there, by the way. IDE Basics has made its way across over here, bunch of stuff in it. Again, just another tutorial that was ported across. Well, that there's working. So it's not allowing the videos to be rendered here, but it's giving us a link to that video. So if we want it, there probably should be a copy in here, and it's got a character role in there as well. Fun and games, isn't it? Anyway, so the process will be build a release candidate, get some testing, and then bundle the whole thing up and get it out there. All right, see you next time. Bye.